Happy Friday, everyone. We made it to Friday. Today on the White Farm, it is March. We finished off yesterday when we were playing. We did a couple of contracts here. We fertilized field 9 and field 11 here. So what we're going to do here, because when we left off there were no additional contracts to do. Nope, there's no contracts here. March, we are not planting anything. We have one open field right here, field 5. That is going to be soybeans, so we will plant that in April with the expectation to harvest in the fall. So let's go on ahead. Let's go on ahead and progress time here a little bit. See, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll go to say 5 o'clock. We'll give it a couple hours here. See if any contracts develop. If they don't develop, we will just skip ahead to April and go from there. Look at the dogo over here, just sitting all being a good dogo. Alright, it is 17 o'clock, which is 5 o'clock. Let's see, there are no contracts available. Perfect. Then what we are going to do is simulate ahead. I'll simulate to 5 o'clock in the morning because we are going to have a busy April. We're gonna have to do some harvesting and stuff like that. So I'll just stick here. Alright, let's get moving here. First things first, we are going to have to buy a cultivator, I believe. Give me 1 sec here. We need to look up the icon. So we are going to be harvesting here. Probably under yield boost. Oilseed radish, right under digestate and above lime. That's the icon we are looking for. And we are not going to be plowing. That does not get harvested with a header. It, I believe it just cultivates back into the land. Let's do, so it's a catch crop. Yep, so once the plant is visible, which it is, you can use a cultivator and dig the plant into the soil. It is a green manure and increases your yield for your next harvest. So we need to buy a cultivator. And we need to remember here, our small tractor is 101 horsepower, bigger tractor is 246, so we need to keep that in mind when buying a wider cultivator here. purpose of this one being $20,000 more than this one when they're both 5 meters wide. Carry on. This is 7.5 at 250. I think what we're going to end up doing $60K too. That's a lot of money. I think we're just gonna go with this one. Yeah, see, this one looks like it might have a roller built into it. So it might cultivate and roll. That'd be really slick. This has got like a roller on the back side of it. I wish the game had more details about the tools. The top right hand corner literally just says a cultivator prepares fields for next sowing. And then you click in here. It says it's a roller. Does not say that it will take care of the rolling. I would kind of assume it would roll, but there's 5 different ones to choose from, it looks like. We already have a big roller, so I'm not going to be too concerned. I wonder if that's what this one is then as well. I wonder if this one has the roller built into the backside here, so it's this one. It's 5 meters wide, and then when you unfold this, it is it rolls. I don't know, it's $47,000. Maybe we'll just go with this one. It's a meter less. I don't know if I'd be able to notice a meter less, but it would be kind of cool if we didn't have to cultivate again. I guess the question is which... Oh man. There's so many options, I don't know. It must be like the aggressiveness that it goes into the ground would be my guess, because these are almost like spades. Like those there. Might be in a more aggressive like dig. That'd be my guess. If you look in the where we're changing it, the tines, it's 80 millimeters. I'm gonna assume that's either 80 millimeters wide or it's the depth of the millimeters going into the ground. So it also looks like it's wider as well. So it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe it is just talking about the width of that. I don't know. We're just gonna buy this one here. And we'll just bump up to the 100 millimeters, I guess. And yeah. close by that. I guess we'll see what happens, won't we? And then if we go back to the classical. I was digging the classical yesterday. Alright, let's go pick up the cultivator. And we will cultivate field 5 and see what is needed beyond that. Might have to... Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see if this rolls. Hopefully it rolls. It looks like it's gonna roll. Looks like a roller on the back of it. Be cool if we didn't have to roll again. But if we do, it's not a big deal. So before we go get the cultivator, we'll just pop over to the field here real quick. It's right here. And we can see that the field is indeed ready to be harvested. This oilseed radish actually will be ready to harvest like the next month. You just kind of set it there. That's what I would interpret as a catch crop. It's just there to be in the field until you're ready to harvest. So yeah, that's the field we're going to be taking care of today. Oh, forgot that little bump is there. And now with the cultivator, I believe we are going to have to worry about weed control because we are not going to be plowing the field. When you plow the field, it pretty much eliminates weeds. It brings up small stones depending on the depth that you do, and then you press the stones back into the earth. With the cultivator we have, I don't think we'll have to deal with stones. If we do, again, we'll hope that the roller on the back of the cultivator presses those down. But we are going to have to worry about weeds, and I will have to do a little bit of looking in the help menu here to see how we take care of the weeds. I know there's like a spray, but I think there is a tool that you pull that's essentially a weeder. Ideally we just use that and not have to worry about spray. Alright, cool. So we got this here. What do we got for options here? Just lower and lift. Nothing else. Alright. Simple enough. It's only 4 meters wide, so it might take a little bit to cultivate the field. I think our small plow is 4 or 5 meters wide, so it's going to be about the same to take care of it. Let's see what happens here. Again, this is oilseed radish, so it's better angle here. Oilseed radish is going to act as a fertilizer for the soybeans. So Alright, so we are cultivated. Nitrogen is okay. Let's take a peek at the map here real quick. And alright, so we'll look and see what it looks like after we do some passes on this. I need to make sure that we update our summer wardrobe. It is 57 degrees right now, and our guy is wearing like a Carhartt type winter jacket, so I imagine in real life this tractor cabin would be have some air conditioning, so he wouldn't be too hot. Perfect. I got a nice little outline made here. It'll be a little bit easier to see the lines because we'll be going against the yeah, so this is definitely not doing the roll effect. You can see here there are small rocks. Should've just went with the wider one instead of thinking to be able to get a roll. That's alright. Maybe after I'm done, I'll do some research on this specific cultivator. Maybe there's just a different configuration we need to have to a different configuration to do the rolling. If not, I'm not too worried. The roller we have is ridiculously wide, and we'll be able to roll this field like in probably 2.5, 3 passes, if that, so I'm not too concerned about it. Yep, you can see right here there are stones in the field, so it will need to be rolled. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Wagbay, if you're still watching, thanks for the follow. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Not a lot of people pop into the chat, so my apologies. That was not a very good line. See if I can make this one a little bit better here. Well, if our line was a little bit better, we would have been able to do this in a pass, but... lines weren't that good. That's right, we'll probably get this next pass here. This might be a little tough to get in 2 passes. We're gonna try though. Oh, I was not paying attention to my... Oh, that's embarrassing. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I was texting on my phone. Yeah, it caused a good bit of damage there. Alright. The line lined up here. We got... maybe another pass left here. We're gonna be able to do this one in one pass or not. I don't think we're going to. I think it's a hair too wide. Yep, just a little too wide. Just to make sure that we don't split goalposts at all. Womp womp, dang. Better lines. It's one thing I can get better at, is the lines, the drive-in portion. Oops, missed a little spot right there. Judging the width of the tool is can be kind of tricky. Like, you would think it'd be easy, but for me it's not that easy to gauge. Because sometimes the tool will stretch just a row further than you would think it would, but then at the same time it won't. You can kind of see the lines straight ahead, see how it's not even, not a straight line there. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it sometimes stretches a little wider, sometimes it doesn't, so it's kind of hard to line it up. So I think what I'm going to try on this field, so previously when I was setting this field up, I rolled and then I rolled again. So I essentially rolled twice. So I rolled to get the stones back in, and then I rolled after the crops were in. I think on this field I'm going to put the crops down and then I'm just going to roll and do it in one go and see if that works or not. I feel like it would. I mean, you're pressing everything down in, so I don't think it'll matter. And it'll save us a time to roll. Alright, stop this here. So you can see the nitrogen is not perfect for some reason. I thought the purpose of cultivating that was to do that, but whatever. Actually, let's get out so we don't have the music going in the background here. Alright, so the field needs rolling. It's got stones, that's what the yellow is, those are the small stones. It's cultivated, so we're good on that. Let's go to this screen here. Nitrogen probably needs a little work. It's down to 49. So let's go on ahead and we'll head back to the farm here. And pay attention to the road here. Head back to the farm, and what we'll do is I hit the brakes here. The pH level was perfect on the field. So, and the pH level is controlled by lime, if I remember right. Yep. Okay, and this is fertilizer. Okay. So we do not need to lime the field. The lime is in good shape. I'm not going to worry about liming the field. Can't find somewhere to store this. Alright, I know this is like the pig manure pit, but for now this is where this is going to have to be stored. Okay. So actually, no. I don't worry about this. Because we need to get, oh, what's it called? We need to get the little bit of fertilizer that's in here out. So it just kind of throws it into what's it called there? Into the soft-sided pallet. The big bag, I think is what it's actually called. right there. Again, like I said, I'm going to do all the rolling after we plant. And we'll see if that works or not. And if it doesn't, then I guess we'll know for future. The good news is it's not really that big of a field, so if we lose a little bit of quality, if you want to call it that, it's not the end of the world. Let's get the old 40-20 out. It's the first time we've got the 40-20 out this season, so we're gonna go roll through here with the cedar fertilizer. We're going to go take care of that field. So you can see in the bottom right hand corner there by the what's it called? We want that in automatic. In the bottom right hand corner there, you can see the levels for the fertilizer and the cedar. The seed level and the fertilizer level, I should say. This is a 2-in-1, I guess, if you want to call it that. So it's this terrible driving. This will seed and fertilize in one go. We're not going to get the... I guess we'll get those seeds too. Alright, so we're 100% on that. We are 100% on our seed and our fertilizer. So we go head over to the farm, or the field, throw down some soybeans. We have the soybeans selected. You can see in the bottom right hand corner. Stop here, the bottom right hand corner down there. You can see the icon change. If I hit the right button, you can see the icon changing down there based on the plant that we are doing. So that's how you know we're on soybean. It's nice that you don't have to buy specific seeds in this game. So if you're going to plant canola, you don't have to buy a certain amount of canola seeds, or if you're going to buy oat or wheat or whatever, it's just seeds. And then the game lets you choose it with your cedar. So that's really, really nice in my opinion. Alright. Let's go on ahead and lower it. Zoom out a little bit here. Throw this down. One thought that I had actually as I've started here, the reason it might have been better to roll it first is each time we go over these small stones with our tools and our tractors and stuff, it takes a little bit of damage to the vehicle. So let's look here. So the 40-20, we'll say it started at 6%, even though we're a little bit started here. And the cedar, the 8350, is also at 6%. So we'll do experiment here, and we will see what their damage levels are at the end of the field. You can also see, because this tractor's smaller than the one we were just using. It's a lot more bouncy on the field. It's not as good, smooth of a ride, if you will. It's definitely taking a lot of the impact from the hills of the field here. Over here. One thing we have to pay attention to, because a few times previously that I did not, was the seed and the fertilization level. So just keep a close eye on that, and we'll be in good shape, I have a feeling. Kind of overlap this a little, because I'd hate to miss just a little bit of a strip here because I was a hair too wide. So do something like this. Get a little bit of overlap, but at least prevent ourselves from having to come down and do a tiny little row. The next time we do this, I might use the bigger tractor and see if it's easier to pull down and less bouncy. It'll make our rows just a little bit better. Also, I'm not sure if we're throwing down any... Oh yeah, we're throwing in fertilizer. Let's go down. This here for a sec so we can... Why is this little strip here showing that it's ready to harvest? Well, that's literally oilseed radish. Well, looks like we're going to be coming back to get that, I guess. I didn't see any strips when we were done harvesting, but apparently there's something. It's probably going to be the next pass, too. We'll take a peek as we get closer up here, I guess, and we'll see what it looks like. I think I can see it right ahead. It apparently thinks this. Wow. That tiny little strip. Son of a gun. Alright, well, alright, we're just gonna run back. I don't like to do the whole teleportation thing between vehicles, so we'll just hoof it back. It's not that far away anyway, the farm's right here. Oh, that's not even our farm. I was looking at the wrong thing. Sorry, we can cut through here. Alright, I guess we're not done with the harvest, the cultivator. So we'll go and cultivate that little patch of land. Look at this field. Yield potential right back here. Where was that at? 100%. It's expected 99%. That's fantastic. That's what we like to see. Alright, let's get this tractor out. Let's go hook up the cultivator. Just a little bit of stubble. How annoying. Now we have to be careful not to hit the, what's it called? What is this guy doing? Watch out, my guy. We gotta make sure that we don't hit the, we have to make sure we don't hit the seeds that we've planted. Hey, B-Twerkin. Nice of you to join us. Alright, we need some new music here. That was giving me like funeral home vibes. I wasn't digging it. Alright. Now the field is officially harvested, apparently. Let's check the map, make sure there's nothing showing. Yep. So that little green strip right there is now gone. That's good. Came in a little hot. Alright, let's take a dead sprint back to the field. Alright, seeder's down.
He loves to hear that guitar ring, he loves to play, he loves to sing the old songs. Passed down all those years ago, he'll do every one he knows and say, you all sing along, like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train. A voice that sings an old refrain, linking the chain, like a song on the wind, doesn't end or begin, just keeps on coming
Alright,
around.
let's take care of this.
Linking the chain, linking the chain. Tapping toes and clapping hands, just the way old string band that fiddler calls another tune, the people circle round the room and dance every Saturday, like a drop to the rain, like a car to a train. A voice that sings an old refrain, linking the chain, like a song on the wind, doesn't never begin, just keeps on coming around again. Linking the chain, linking the chain.
miss a strip? Sure hope not. Forgot to lower it. This is good. That's good. Alright, let's see if we can make this as wide as possible and still get everything, and we'll see if we can do this in one go. Haven't missed any spots, doesn't look like, so that's good. Alright, moment of truth. We'll see if it's wide enough. I don't think it is. Nope. Dang. We have just like the smallest strip that we have to cover. That's okay. That's alright. That happens when your lines are not good. Alright, let's loop around here. Get this last little strip. That'll be done for that. And we'll get the roller out and we will roll the field. complete. Nothing missing there. We are growing. Needs rolling. So that is step 2, step 3, I guess. And just a second. Alright, let's head back to the farm. First, before we park this, we are going to clean it off. It's a little dirty. Now that we've got our power washer in the back, no sense in leaving this dirty. Let's need to find a better spot to park this, because I just kind of park it wherever. It's probably what's going to happen again, too. Let's see, let's try and loop it. This way. So then we can park it. Alright. Power washer out. Oops, wrong button. Looks like everything is clean now, so that's good. It's looking sharp in there. Tractor is looking good. Oh, a good spot to park this is the problem. Not an ideal spot, but it's better than where it was, because it was just parked like in the middle of nowhere. So we'll just park it right there. Oh, I forgot to look. 9%. Might have took a little bit of damage there. And 8%. So we'll call it 2%. Is the damage on the vehicles for not plowing or rolling the rocks into the soil first. It took 2% damage, we'll say. It went from 6 to 8% for that field. So maybe something to think about in the future.
Just one flash of Cupid's arrow, I will be gone. I don't need no loving somebody to cling
So now, let's go find the stone roller. Alright, so we've got that. We've got that planted now. Not entirely sure what that means. Watch out, buddy. Alright, this will go really quick. This thing is massive. Wondering if that was gonna happen. Dang it, we're gonna have to fold it back in because I lower it's too wide. Alright, there we go. Shoot it a little bit. Lower it down. Now we will take care of everything in one go here. This is rolling the seeds into the dirt as well as rolling the stones, and you can see on the screen here that these stones are rolling into the ground, so they are overlapping a little bit onto the grass just to make sure that that edge is covered. You can see all that's going away, the need for rolling, the need for stones. Like I said, because we cultivated, we're gonna have to keep our eye out for weeds. Haven't done weed control in this game yet, so we'll see what the weed control looks like. But there is a tool for weeding right here. This one is oh, that's expensive. It's 9 meters wide. I'm not entirely sure what the icons mean there. I don't know if maybe this can plant and weed, because that'd be sick. Yeah, I'm guessing this can plant those crops. Be my guess. And then here you've got a massive weeder. It's 15 meters wide, which the roller for perspective is only 12.3 meters wide. So this is 3 extra meters. Not entirely sure what. You know, it's 9 meters. This is probably the one we're gonna end up buying. 6 meters wide. I mean, it'll do what we need it to do, I believe. I had to do a little bit more reading on the weeds, though. Right now, we're just gonna worry about rolling. It's gonna be kind of hard to tell where my lines are because of We are rolling in the same direction that we seeded. There's just an ever slight difference. You can tell here it's a lot easier to see in the sun. I was doing this, the last time I did this was in the fall, and it was dark out, and it was very hard to tell. There you can see there is a difference in the dirt color, the soil color, so. Just gonna continue to this. We'll have a little bit of overlap, I don't really care. Just wanna make sure we don't have to come back through and do it again. And you can see there's a good chunk of it getting rolled. We'll probably have to do this pass. After this pass is done, we'll probably have to do 2 passes. And that should be the field. And then the field will be pretty much good to go. It's going to be growing soybeans. I'll be curious to see how this field does. This field and our wheat field a little north of here by the farm, both were prepped with lime and fertilizer, and the stones were removed and everything. We took care of the fields like you should. So I'll be curious to see how well those do in comparison to the wheat field over by the first wheat field that we purchased over by the farm. It used to be a grass field. That field literally was harvested for grass. All the grass stuff was taken care of, and then that was it. We didn't do anything with the soil. We didn't treat the soil. We didn't roll anything. It is just thrown into the ground. So this is a little bit more difficult to see going this way. Well, if we missed a spot, it'll be at the bottom and we'll be able to cover it, so I'm not too worried about it. The thing I love the most about the roller is it removes the tire tracks from the tractor, so the field just looks pristine when you're done rolling it. It looks fantastic. Like you can see this strip right up here of tire mark. It was probably from the tractor, the seeder that we were using. I like getting rid of that. Looks nice. It is planted like it should, so it isn't just a strip that we missed. I think we'll have to do one more pass. So what we're not gonna do a pass on this side, that's for sure. Son of a gun. Just wanna get those stones out of the way. Outside, and then we'll come back down the middle, since we're gonna have to do this twice. Yeah, you can tell rolling with the big tractor, you can see nowhere near as bouncy as the little 4020 was when we were driving. This all in. We're not gonna make the turn. Perfect. Alright. Didn't miss anything. That's good. Go ahead and fold the roller back in. So you can see there the weed growth is all brown, which is what we want it to be. We don't want any green because that means the weed is there's weeds starting to grow, not the weed. There's weeds starting to grow. Our soybeans are growing at the moment. Let's just go walk the field here. Nitrogen levels perfect, pH values are perfect. Look at this field. The yield potential is 125%, and we are expected to get 123%. So this is going to be a fantastic field to harvest. Let's take a look. Soybeans can be harvested in October and November, so we'll get that taken care of. And then we have 2 fields of wheat growing, which can be harvested in July and August, so we'll take care of those as well. And then from there, we've got milk being produced by the cows, and as well as slurry here. Slurry does not sell for very much apparently right now. You want to sell slurry in December, so that's when we'll be, actually it only fluctuates $12. We could sell it now if we needed the money. We don't need the money at the moment, so I'm not too concerned about it. Straw, again, that's what we're using that for our cows to feed them. Milk, whoops, is kind of on the decline at the moment. Right now it looks like the top of selling milk will be in September. So we will look at that. Look at selling that in September so we can get a little bit more out of it. Again, we're not really in the need for money at the moment. The plan from here, I want to buy this field. I think this field is going to have good potential based on how this flows. You can see here. I'd like to be able to get a sample of this before I purchase it, but I don't think you can just go sample any field you want. I think you have to own it or potentially be doing a contract for it. And this field I don't think this is technically a field that ever comes up for contract work, because it usually goes off of these numbers. And yeah, I don't know. I guess what we can do is just drive on it and see if we can see if we can get a sample. Maybe we'll go to that right now. Let's see. I'm playing for about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go, we'll try and do a field sample, soil sample on that field right there that I kind of wanted to buy. And then if we can't, we're just gonna call it a stream because I'm getting a little hungry. I want to go get lunch and do some other things here this afternoon. So we'll see if we can sample it or not. sampled it last time, when I sampled a field last time, the field needed to be harvested. So that's why, another reason I don't know if this will work. I wish shoot, back up. I wish the owner, Michael, I believe his name is, Michael Hammond, I wish he would have a contract to harvest the grass, to mow the grass essentially, because then we could mow it and harvest it essentially before we completed the contract. We would still have access to that field and be able to do the soil sample. Problem is, you just saw the only options for stuff was for fertilizing or weeding, so eventually he's going to want to mow the field, and when he does, that's when we'll capitalize. If we can't right now. Park this. Everything's nice and clean. I wish the button for using this was not B, because it's very awkward to hold B and move the right joystick. Not sure why they didn't make it right trigger or something. That would make the most sense. But it is nice and clean. Tractor is nice and clean as well. Put that away. Actually, what I'm going to do is back up a little bit. Whoa, took some damage there. Do a park there. A little closer here. For now, we're gonna park this right here. Get the little guy out. This right here is the soil sampling machine. So we will see if we can sample fields that don't belong to us. I don't think we can. So let's just do it right here. Wow, it doesn't say that we don't own the land. So that's good. So let's kind of line this up a little bit better here. You can see the bottom where the map is there. Let's see. Oh, that's not a good view. You can see the green circle. That's kind of what we're doing here. Oh, we can't. Dang it. See, so we're gonna have to take on I'll leave it at that view actually, so we can see if there's weeds growing. We're gonna have to take on a contract first. Field 16, 14, 18. What are those fields? 14, 16. Where the heck is field 18? So right here, these three fields. And see, we don't have any info on that. I want this field right here. I think we're just gonna have to buy it. And we're just gonna have to take the risk. I don't think it's going to be that big of a risk actually. If the map follows well, this is going to be all sandy loam. This right here, something along this line, all this section here will be sandy loam, and then this chunk right here will be loam, and then this chunk, like literally right there, will be the only silt clay. If this flows in that direction. Now if it takes a hard swoop like this, and it swoops up, then maybe this section is silty clay. But I imagine this field is going to be a very good field to get. Problem being is it costs $275,000. We do not have that kind of money at the moment. We have got 154. And so we need about 120,000. We could take on debt, 0 interest. Don't have any plans of doing that. These 2 contracts don't get us anywhere near the amount of money, so that field is probably not going to be a field we obtain anytime soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I get a soil sample for it. For now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to move this, because we have these little cubbies now. And I'm going to put my soil sample machine in there, because I don't use it very often. So we'll just have to remember that we got this guy tucked in here. It's not something that I use very often, so we'll store that in there. That'll give us a little bit more space over in the barn. We could probably store like maybe the baler. You know, we could probably store the baler in there maybe. We could store the mower in there. I don't know if we could store the cultivator or anything else in there, but it's good enough for now. Shut the door there, so yeah, I think that's going to be the stream then. Maybe we'll come back and do these contracts at a later date. They don't pay that well. Means they're not going to take that long, or they shouldn't take that long anyway. Oh, actually, you know what? We haven't checked on the cattle yet. Let's go check on the cattle. See what we're looking like here. They're at 100% health, 30% reproduction rate, 40% reproduction rate for the Holsteins. They're both at 100%, so that is good. The hay is you know what, let's feed them real quick. It looks like they do have some room there, so what we'll do is we'll go get the header for the tractor. We'll load up some hay bales and we'll feed. Sorry, that's a little too close. We'll feed the cows real quick. This is a mess. I found out you can cut open the hay squares, the big ones over there that you see to the right, so that's why the hay is a mess at the moment. But actually, you know what? We will take one of these big ones. Actually, no. So up here, there are circle hay bales, and that's what we're gonna do. We'll go with those ones first. Oops. Let's go ahead and hop out. Open this up for us. There are 3 circle hay bales to the right. They're grass hay bales. And so we'll use these. Let's tilt it this way. It doesn't fall off. We'll come back and get the other ones too. I grabbed this one, the first one, it was closer, but 2, we'll be able to stack the other 2. It should be able to stack the other 2. We'll see if it actually works or not. We'll see how the physics work, but ideally, the second hay bale just leans up against the header. Ready to go. And so what we'll be doing in the future when we harvest our wheat is the swath, I think is what it's called, that is left behind from the harvester. We're going to bale that up and use that as well. And then you can see it fills the feeder right here. They have 19,000 liters of food though. They're not in any shortage by any means, but since it's not graphically showing up there, we're gonna fill it up and make it show up. So let's go ahead and get the other 2 hay bales there. The storage I have right there is definitely not meant for hay bales. Low, all the way in, tilt, and let's take it nice and slow. That's exactly how I wanted it. See how it's laying right there on the header? That's what I was hoping would happen. So, actually let's look here real quick. This is door to nowhere. You can actually bring so like I'm pretty sure I can load the square hay bales right here, and it actually will automatically stack them up back here because this is where these were originally. They were automatically stacked back here. Came over here, interacted with this menu, and it brings them out to here, so it's a little bit easier to do. I think you could get away with pushing them this way. I haven't tried it. Didn't really want to try it because I didn't want to hassle if it wasn't supposed to go there. I didn't want to have to mess with that getting it out of that area. Oh boy. I don't know if this is gonna stay or not. Let's park it right there. Shut the door. About lost it right there. This in there without making a mess. Perfect. So we're right at the drop-off icon. Oh no. The hay bale's stuck on there now. Shoot. I didn't think about that. Boom. Cows are happy, they're mooing, they just got more food. Looking good, looking good. So, yep, that's gonna be the stream now. Took care of the cattle here at the end. We planted soybeans, took care of the soybeans field. So, the next video, we're gonna do some contracts. We'll probably do the 3 contracts that we looked at earlier. Hopefully make a little bit more money. If there's anything else to do, we'll look at doing that. Otherwise, we might just be fast forwarding to the month of May. Hopefully getting some more contracts and more money. So that way we can obtain, after we say we can obtain this field right here. This is the next field that I'm targeting that I want. If that's too far of a stretch, we'll look at grabbing field 6 or something like that. But I want to try and keep it in this range right here, just for ease of travel. Don't have to drive all the way over to here or one of these fields over here. I mean, it's not that big of a map, but yeah, so this is the field we're targeting next. So yeah, with that, I hope you guys had a good time watching. Thanks for sticking around, and we'll catch you in the next one. Hope you enjoy your weekend.